Nice. Check out this little blurb they got. Thank you for contributing, which will be deposited to gifts to reduce the public debt. Your contribution will be accepted under provisions, blah, 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 which authorizes Secretary of the Treasury to accept conditional gifts for the United States for the purpose of reducing the public debt. These donations are voluntary and no goods or services or other considerations are provided to the donors. It's kind of like your normal taxes where no goods or services are provided to the donors, except these ones are voluntary. So, that's a little bit better, right? Welcome back to another video for the old subscribers. Welcome to the first video for the new subscribers, for the people who just came from maybe a comment, and welcome to the first video that you're ever seeing of mine for anybody who had this sent to them by a friend who thought that they might find it interesting. And my personal favorite, welcome to the video for anybody who had this sent to them by a friend. Your friend probably thinks you're an idiot. There's probably a couple of you guys out there, and yeah, we're gonna have some good fun in this video because today we are going through how to raise your taxes voluntarily. So we see a lot of sentiment out there about how we want taxes to go up. So I figured I should tell people. I've told them how to lower their taxes, but people want their taxes to go up. So I'm going to show you guys how to raise your taxes. This is how to pay more in taxes than you have to. I mean, besides taking things like your deductions and just throwing those away, or not doing your write-offs, or not doing business expenses, there's a way that's even better than that. So if that sounds good to you guys, let's get into this video. So let's go click down here. So you go down to, there's a website, it's called Treasury Direct. We're going to go over to government, and we're going to go to how to make a contribution to reduce the debt. I feel like politicians should try this out just because they haven't really tried this over time. Seems like they just keep on adding to it to buy your votes. And the funny thing about buying your votes is that they're using your own money to buy your votes. It's crazy. It's a little bit of a racket there. So we go down here to financing the debt, and we say, how do you make a contribution to reduce the debt? There are two major ways for you to make a contribution to reduce the debt. At pay.gov, you can contribute online by credit card, PayPal, checking account, or online savings account. You can also make a check payable to the Bureau of Fiscal Service. And in the memo section, notable that it is a gift to reduce the debt held by the public. Mail to this address. So if you want to mail the government a free check, then you can mail it right to that service. Okay, so we go to pay.gov. This is great stuff, guys. You can just donate your money straight to the federal government, and you can just increase your taxes just like that, guys. And it just seems a little weird to me that some people, I don't know if people are going to watch all the way through this video because everybody wants to raise somebody else's taxes, but then when it comes to raising their own taxes, then they just don't seem to be on board. Okay, donation amount. Well, since Congress wants to print $3 trillion, I already did the math for you. If we take $3 trillion divided by the amount of taxpayers, $24,039. So, why not make that our donation amount? Let's just go 24K since that's how much money we want to print. I'll put my name in here. I'm going to cut a little bit of this out. So once you put in the $24,000 that you'd like to give to the government, then you're going to select either your Amazon, your PayPal, your debit card, and all right, let's just say debit or credit card. Okay, then we go next. So then after that, you're going to put your information in here. I'm not going to do this personally because I don't want to raise my own taxes. But as you guys can see, you can go in here and you can raise your own taxes. You can pay $24,000 to the government so that you can print $3 trillion per taxpayer. And after that, you can get things like free college, you can get free health care, you can get more welfare programs, you can get infinite stimulus checks, you can get UBI. There's magic that can happen, I assume. You can get told not to go to Thanksgiving while your politicians are playing in the streets. And it's interesting with this whole situation going on with COVID-19 because we all agree on both sides of the aisle, if you want to call it that. Because, I mean, really, we have two political parties, but, I mean, really, we got one political party with two branches in it. And anyways, we all agree that the government is incompetent. We all agree that the government is inefficient. We all agree that The government doesn't actually have money, they actually have debt, and governments by nature are supported by the people. They're not supposed to support the people. We agree that the government is lying in general. We agree that like politicians lie, but we do not agree on the solution. It seems that one branch of our one-party system that has two branches, seems like that branch wants to throw more money at the government, and that's the solution. But let's check this out. So U.S. national debt, $27 trillion, or in other words, $218,000 per taxpayer. So if you want to, I mean, you could help pay that down. If you just give a nice donation of $218,000, well, actually, you'll have to give $24,000 on top of that. So it would be, what's that? That's $22, yeah, $242,000. So pretty much just for most people, you're going to work for the next 10 years to pay off the U.S. national debt. And obviously I'm joking, because that's not what's going to happen. They're going to continue to print more money. So I wanted to show you guys a couple more things really quick. We already saw that. So I just wanted to show you guys one more thing before we get out of this video, and that is the legal definition of theft. So theft is often defined as the unauthorized taking of property from another with the intent to permanently deprive them of it. Within this definition lie two key elements: a taking of someone else's property and the requisite intent to deprive the victim of the property. So that could be money, it could be land, it could be anything that someone owns. So when people say taxation is theft and taxation is fraudulent, what they mean is they are talking about you're taking resources, money, land from one group of people and you're giving it to another one. You're doing it so that you can buy votes. You're doing it not necessarily because the policy is a good policy that actually helps the people that you claim to help. You're doing it so that you can buy votes. So we got to remember what the intentions are of anyone who's talking to us. What are these intentions? What is the person intending to accomplish? Somebody's intending to buy your vote and get reelected. You need to know that. You need to know this. You need to know what this U.S. national debt is mounting. That, look, if we raise taxes, you're basically throwing people's money into a fire pit. It's basically like that scene from The Dark Knight where he's like,
good luck. Oh, I am. I'm only burning my half. All you care about is money.
When you throw your money into the government, you're basically taking your dollars and you're just burning them in half. So as we watch this U.S. national debt clock tick together at the end of the video, I just want to say that it is very interesting to me that people distrust the government, but then suddenly when you put somebody else in the government, now people trust the government. If you're not willing to raise your own taxes, if you didn't just go to treasurydirect.com and raise your own taxes, I think you might need to take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself, do I really want taxes to go up, or do I just want somebody else to pay for my free stuff? If you think about what money really is, money is basically a lien, a control of people's labor. It is a control of people's property. Why would you want to take that control from the private sector, where you can negotiate that control with an employer? Why would you want to take that and put it in the public sector? You're basically saying, what you're indirectly saying, and this is the underlying reality, you are saying that the government can take care of me better than I can take care of me, which is true of some people, right? But the thing is that besides charity, which we won't even get into that argument, that is a very discouraging message. You have to ask yourself, if I think high taxes are good, why would I wait? Now that you know how to raise your own taxes voluntarily, why would you wait? Go to treasurydirect.com right now and raise your taxes voluntarily. Then you can get free college, you can get free healthcare, you can get more welfare programs, you can get infinite stimulus checks, and you can stay home for Thanksgiving. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you did not like this video, make sure you go to treasurydirect.gov and raise your taxes voluntarily. I will not be joining you in that, but I will see you guys in the next video.
Tell your men they work for me now. This is my city.
Won't work for a freak.
Why don't we cut you up into little pieces and feed you to your pooches? And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is. It's not about